3, 2, 1, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Owen'S Spam Skirmish. I'm your host, Tukes, aka Anthony, and I'm joined with my co-host, Kid, aka Andrew.
What's up, guys? Kid here.
We have an action-packed day for you guys with players from all around the country. We have 6 games of competitive duo gameplay for you, and we have some rules and some points that we need to tell you before we get right into the players. So, rules. Most important rule is mechs are only used for transportation. Can't use them for firing, can't use them for attacking, only for transportation. You can't even use them in circle because it's kind of like cheating because you're giving yourself just 1,250 health as cover fire. Then, the second rule. Proximity nade launchers are banned. We felt like they were unfair and unskillful, so we took them out, but that doesn't rule out the other explosives like rocket launchers and grenade launchers. And the final rule is don't follow anyone. You see someone that you want to kill jumping out of the bus, don't follow them, don't ruin their game, because it may ruin your game. If you die, it just won't work, it's not going to look nice, and it's not going to be fun. Now, let's get into the point system. Andrew, do you mind telling them about the point system?
Okay. Well, for top 3, you get 5 points, and for a victory royale, you get another 5 points. So in all, placement is 10 points. That's a lot of points considering the amount of people in this skirmish. And each elimination is also 1 point.
So, now let's get right into the players. The duo teams for this match. The 10 players, the 5 teams. Let's get right into it. In the number 1 spot, we have Chris and Ethan. That duo is one of the best sniper duos I've seen. Chris recently switched from Xbox to PS4 and is one of the greatest snipers I've seen. Here are some clips of him showing off his sniping skills.
Wait, don't shoot, because they're aiming at
Whole squad.
Yeah, we don't have. Oh, all the way over.
Let's go, boys.
One. Nice.
216, guys.
216. Let's go.
In the number 2 duo spot, we have Dom and James. Those two are one of the underrated teams in this match. Dom and James both taking a break from Fortnite recently, but we're hoping to see that their skills will shine out in this tournament and bring them to that sweet victory royale. In the number 3 spot, we have my co-host Kid and his partner Owen. This duo has been together since the beginnings of the arena gameplay. They have wiped through the competition with their communication and Owen's PC gameplay. In the 4th duo position, we have myself and Lawrence. Lawrence is one of the best combat shotgun players I've seen, and we expect to see him using those skills in-game and can crank those 90s really fast to get high ground. Now, for me, I believe my co-host is expecting me to make some big brain plays and have the nice call-outs throughout the game. And in the last position, we have probably one of the best duos we have here, the brothers in arms, Michael and Tom. Those two brothers in arms playing on the same Wi-Fi. So we expect to see them doing some incredible plays, but there's only one problem. Their internet really likes to crash. So if it crashes, they're both out of the running. Now that you know everyone, I believe we are ready to start right into the game. As the bus is now in the air, dropping the players onto the map, and let's see how they do. Let's watch the back of the battle bus, checking the players. We're going to be following myself and Lawrence for the beginning of this match. There are the mechs dropping through. There's Owen and Kid, Lawrence and myself dropping out of the battle bus. As we quickly turn around to see anyone else, there's Newbie and Chris looking to go to what appears to be Snobby Shores. Now, Lawrence and I looking to go all the way, what seems to be the other side of the map. If we quickly go to the gameplay feature, we get to see, looks like we are going to Pandora. Now, Pandora was one of the new Rift rounds that was just added, and each Rift round has their own unique ability. Tilt-a-town, no building. Rito wrote the brutes, the zombies, and Pandora, the latest one, shields. You don't even need to land. You just need to be in the sphere that you see right here, and you'll be able to get shields. Now, if we have the health bar up on the screen now, we'll be able to see the shield rocket up between the two of us. Look at that shield rocket up throughout this little bubble that they are hovering in the air. And they look like they're going to go to Lucky Landing. But here we have a problem. James and Dom, the second duo team we talked about in the beginning. Those two are going to be a problem for James and Tom. For Lawrence and myself. Apologies. There's the shot. Dom looking like he's oblivious to it. Here's the drone free camera in the air looking at the players moving around. James and Dom have no shields, and Lawrence and myself having the shield. There's the shield bubble going down, giving that defensive play, one of the new items that was just added in the last patch. Looks like they're going to be heading up to Peppa Pig right here, getting the high ground on Dom and James. Let's see what they're doing. Dom apparently found shields. Looks like those were some chug splashes, as he has a 40 health. Dom and James now probably have just spotted myself and Lawrence, looking to see if they can make a big brain play and see what they can do. Dom looking to getting the ammo crate, and then struggling to get the green AR, which is very bad. Shots being fired from, believe me, with the purple revolver. Both of them trading weapons, it seems like. Let's get the range fight over here. Let's see what's going on. Again, waiting on the high ground, waiting for them to play their game. And there are the shots, ladies and gentlemen. The first fight of the first game is down. James losing most of his health. Same with Dom, building like a madman, trying to figure out. There's James, and James is knocked by me. That's not good. There's the knock right there on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Dom about to get his wall broken into with the spray. And that's game one for Dom and James. Unfortunate for them, they ended it so early. But that's fortunate for Lawrence and us to get some nice clean kills right at the beginning. Now we switch to the gameplay. We see what they're doing now. They definitely got some good weapons here. They got a blue tack. I believe they did get a scar as well. And it looks like, what are we doing here? They're, I believe Lawrence and them taking some damage, not much. And there's the emote, ladies and gentlemen. The BM is out. The BM is out, I repeat. There's the T-pose, there's the bubbles, and the double T-pose. Yes, there it is. The salt on the shield, telling Dom and James that they absolutely are garbage at the game. Now let's get the insight of that gameplay right now, as it was the first match, the first fight of this gameplay. Andrew, please tell us please tell us how you thought of that fight.
I thought it was fought very well by you and Lawrence, going for that high ground, and then Dom actually should have gone for the res when he stopped there to medkit a little bit instead of just trying to.
Alright, there's the insight, ladies and gentlemen. As we see here, we're going to probably fast forward just a little bit so that you don't take place in what's going on, but there is a big map there. Now, if you look at the amount of players in the game, there's 7, but still 4 teams out of 5. The only reason why is because Dom's partner, Michael, was not able to join immediately for the first game. So Tom is by himself. Let's see if he can get some points for them, clinching a position or even the victory royale. Looking for the drift boards, jumping through the window. That's perfect timing of the jump, and a good amount of drift boards to move through the circle, as if we look on the map, it is quite far from their location. Getting 2 slurps now. Picking them both up. Breaking the ramp so they can exit through. Same with the door. And they're on their way, it looks like, to...
Complete fail with the drift board there.
They're on their way to the circle now. And I said they did have a scar before. I apologize, that is not what happened. It's only a blue tag. I thought they had a scar before, but that is a false accusation. Both Lawrence at 100, 100, and myself at 70, 100. That's going to be a little bit interesting how it plays out, as Lawrence is able to take some good fights, but if I take a beefy damage shot from a heavy snipe, or even just a nice 100 damage to a pump, that puts me not even just at 100 health. That lowers my health along with taking away all of my shields, which is not very good in this type of competitive gameplay. Here we are farming up the mats, as they definitely do need it. Wish there was a way we could show you the mat count, but it's not possible. There was a misfire, I believe, because I don't think a shotgun shot could reach that far, and with that spread. Hitting up Corey at Fatal Fields. Fatal Fields is another place that's about to leave, ladies and gentlemen. It has one of the rift beacons in the center of it, so we'll be seeing that going very soon, probably this Thursday as a downtime update. People are saying that Anarchy Acres is going to be coming back. That's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. They're reverting the map to the old stages. Let's switch to Lawrence over here. Switch to Lawrence, farming up his mats. Nice 100, 100. 0 kills though. Looks like I stole both of the kills on that fight between James and Dom. Speaking of which, my co-host, that put Lawrence and myself in the lead for the first game, as we have 2 points for the lead, which is perfect. Lawrence failing with the driftboard again, as he's terrible at doing this. Make it to circle, and there's a mech on the map, as you see that green highlight. Lawrence seeing a blue infantry rifle and going for the chest inside this building. Building out of bricks, strangely. Purple bolt action and a bush. Doesn't take both of them. I would have taken the bush as it's a free shot. It's like a free protection. As one shot, you break it, and you don't take damage from it.
Perfect for not taking damage from heavy snipers.
Exactly. Perfect. It's also a good hiding material. Lawrence checking his mats, farming them as well to make sure he has enough for the fight. Again, we are not in arena. There is no more arena duos, so there is no siphon involved in the game, and there is no 500 mats. So they farm up to 900 each material. So mats and build fights are going to be very interesting to see out, because they're going to be massive with this competitive style and this amount of mats they have. Also, healing is very important. Have to carry healers. Have to carry at least 2 heals, because one is not just going to cut it, because you don't get that 50 health from killing someone. Switch to see if there's anyone in the field of view. Unfortunately, there is not, so we're going to fast forward a little until someone comes in the field of view. Ladies and gentlemen, we have someone else in the field of view. We had the newbie here, his partner Chris. Let's see what he's got. He's got a scar, ladies and gentlemen. Most likely a purple scar coming from Snobby Shores. That's pretty good loot. His partner Chris, let's see what he's got in his inventory. That's Lawrence. That's Tom on the map as well. That's interesting. Chris with the heavy sniper. That's going to be very interesting to see how that play out. Let's actually take the drone free camera as we quickly go into drone free, and we get to see all the players in their areas. Let's see if we can find Tom on the map. Appears like he's actually behind us. There he is. Number 5 in his position without a partner. As I said, Michael was not able to join us for the first game. But here's Tom looking with the combat shotgun. Probably most likely landed, I would think Viking Village or even Greasy Grove, what used to be. Tom apparently sees, Lawrence and myself building in this massive, disgusting base. Look at what that's held up by. 2 brick walls and a wood wall that is not good. Cone peeking, watching the mech fall right into Tilted Town. That's not always the best. Newbie and Chris look like they're going to be flanking around Lawrence and myself. This is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Chris with the heavy sniper, watching him, making sure Ethan has is clear and not going to get peeked by me.
It appears they do not know Tom is behind them, though.
Yes, that is also a good accusation. Tom still sitting up here, watching them carefully, moving moving ever so slightly, making sure he's not going to get third party in the bag or shot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the top 4. This is not the top 3, so placement points have not been implemented yet. There's still another duo out there. That's Kid and Owen. Chris and Ethan now moving very sneakily up to me in the 1x1. Let's see how this plays out. Let's get a sky-high view. Circle coming in. Looks like I'm going to go for the mech, I believe. Takes the drift board. And there are the shots, ladies and gentlemen. The shots going out. Absolutely lasered. Absolutely lasered. There's the VM. That's the 1 point for Chris and Ethan. That's putting them in second place. And again, it's still not enough for placement as Lawrence is still alive and for this duo. Lawrence getting the high ground on Ethan. Not taking any damage with that shot. Missing the shot. Lawrence getting stinked by Chris. Lawrence taking the high ground. Able to jump on Ethan. Get the edit. Big damage. Ethan jumps down. Trying to chug splash himself but takes too much fall damage. That's going to be a good knock, helping Lawrence get this fight in. Lawrence taking some fall damage, losing his health damage. Chris lost most of his shield. There goes his shield again. Chris hitting the shots finally. They're both very weak. One shot could end it all, and there it is for Lawrence. Quickly takes the shot and wins the match. That puts Lawrence and I with 4 kills and the top 5. So that puts us at 9 points for the lead. Lawrence healing up now as the circle is not as unforgiving to him as it is right next to him, so he's able to move very quickly. So you see, heals up, gets his health up. Most likely going to go for the sniper to get the full shield. There's the the gold heavy sniper. My mistake. Gold heavy sniper right there. Takes the blue combat over the blue pump. Smart, because he's going to be a 2v1ing everyone. He's going to need that spam there. Let's see what he's got over here. Got some chug splashes he looks like he's going to be taking. Takes the scar from Ethan as he jumped down. That was very unfortunate. Let's get a play-by-play of what happened there, Andrew.
Well, it appears that Ethan actually went for a play that I've never tested, is to jump from a very high area and try to chug splash himself just as he takes the fall damage to save himself from dying.
And unfortunately, that did not work. So, let's get back right into the gameplay. And we have Andrew and Owen now on the field of view in Tilted Town. Andrew looking to go for the supply drop over here to see what he's up to. As walking all the way down, making sure he's going through Tilted Town, which is very dangerous. Lawrence getting sneaky shots. Gets a proximity nade launcher. Unfortunately, that's banned. But he also gets a chug jug. Not taking it as it is kind of a waste. It's very rare you would use it as it's so long to use, and it's also taking up full inventory space as you don't even get to like stack it with other chug jugs. It's only a one-time use. Out of the field of view now, but never mind. They're just coming back in. Owen with the bolt action sniper recently added back into the game, and Kid with the heavy sniper shot with the heavy sniper. I don't know why I was gonna say shotgun because it's not anymore. I believe they see Tom all the way over here, hiding.
Lawrence appeared to use a launch pad there.
Yeah, it's probably Tom's launch pad. Tom now going to try to see if he can snipe Lawrence in the back. Lawrence at the RV place that was not affected by Tilted Town. And there's the shot from Owen and Kid. That's going to put Lawrence on high alert. Boxing himself up, knowing that Tom is behind him. Making sure he doesn't get sniped in the back by him. Lawrence almost getting his head clean off from Kid and Owen. Let's see what their plan is. Owen almost getting his head cleaned off by Lawrence's heavy snipe. Looks like they're struggling to build over here. Placing the launch pad out in the open. That's very dangerous, because Lawrence could have easily, if he hit that snipe, could have easily stopped Owen from launching. Kid and Owen both taking some shield damage from Lawrence. Lawrence pushing in hard enough. Owen lost the shield. There's the shield bubble from Kid, saving Owen just a little bit to heal up, giving him time. Kid now getting sprayed by Lawrence, but Kid winning the AR fight. Nope, never mind. Kid took more damage than Lawrence. That's very important. Now Owen underneath Owen. Lawrence does not know. There's the snipe from Tom, but the shield bubble's in play. Kids get knocked, but Lawrence still has the shield. He goes for the VM. That's another point. That's 10 points for Lawrence and myself. Owen scar spamming, but there's the shot from Owen, ending it all for that first place duo team. Now Owen and Kid having 1 point and 5 points. That puts them in second place with 6 points. Tom now sitting in second place. Tom in third place, tied in third place with 5 points. Now going for the victory royale, seeing if he can clinch 11 points as he kills Owen and gets the win. Owen now Chuck Splashing up to full health. That puts him on the advantage against Tom.
Shockwaves takes a lot of damage there, including fall damage too.
But Owen Chuck Splashes, but still has that health advantage, it seems like.
Uses his last shockwave there, I think.
Gets on top of Tom, hits him with significant damage, putting Tom very low. Tom dropping all the way down, seeing if he could get his nice place to Chuck Splash. But I think this is going to be the end for our solo man himself. And there's Owen with the Scar Spam, taking the first game of Owen's Spam Skirmish. I believe we're ready for game 2. Here we are looking at the battle bus, waiting for the players to jump out. I'm going to be following myself and Lawrence. There goes Dom and probably his partner James. Actually, James did not jump for some reason. There's James, looking a little late. There goes Owen and Kid, Newbie and Chris. There's Volgi, that's Tom's brother, and Lawrence and I going for the same game plan, it looks like, going to Paradise. Volgi, where is he going? He looks like he's going to Retail Row or the Meteor. Yep, there's Tom and his brother. As you can see them at the left corner of the screen. Looks like they're actually going to land Pandora or Paradise. Yep, that's what they look like they're doing. As we see the players around the map. Lawrence is a little bit higher than me, so that is a good notation, because he's able to land earlier at Lucky than anyone else. Tom and Michael have gone out of our field of vision for now, but most likely we're going to bump into them later in the game.
As you see, the shields go up all the way to 40 and over 50, as they're almost max already. Anthony appears to be a little low, might be landing the dojo, as he is.
Lawrence apparently has landed, was looking to land at Pandora because I was so low, but decided he swinged over to the dojo to get some of the mats there as well.
As an early chest with a blue scoped AR and some mini shields.
One of the worst things you can get out of the first chest.
But if you do aim close enough to the player, it will hit them for a lot of damage if you shoot them a lot.
Owen with the Lawrence with the quick edits. My apologies. Trying to get the chest above. Drop Lawrence a revolver and some of the ammo so he can defend himself. Hopefully, we're betting on the fact, it appears like, that there may be some players in Lucky Landing, as we did land late. So we both go for the chest. Lawrence grabs it first and grabs the AK for himself. Drops the scoped AR, which is perfect, because that thing is good. He drops me some of his mats, which is thankful, because mats is very important, as you can't really survive in this game without mats. Looting up, it appears like both Lawrence and myself, both at 100. Never mind, I am down health. Never mind, just got back up to 100. It appears like no one is in the area no one is in the Lucky Landing area, so it gives us time to loot. I believe we're gonna skip a little bit of this game. We're going to be skipping a little bit of this game, so we bring you more of the action and less of the looting. There's finally some action. There are players on the map that we are able to see in their field of view. Let's see if we can switch over to them. Excuse me. It appears to be Andrew and Owen coming fresh out of retail with probably some very good loot, stopping at factories. One of the locations that came back. It was one of the OG locations, and everyone was very upset when the meteor was like, "What the hell are you doing here? I'm gonna smash right into you," and it absolutely destroyed our hopes and dreams of landing there. But now, as Owen and Kid are reliving the dream of landing there, fattest comrade, there's Arnold Trump right there in the field of view, grabbing some of the looting my building and factories, As a RPG, this weapon is allowed as an explosive. You're only allowed to carry one explosive. And a minigun! Doesn't take it, though. Does not take it. That is surprising. I would have done the RPG minigun combo. Really good. Break the wall of the RPG, and then a nice, quick minigun, and deal a lot of damage. Misses the chest in the truck, but probably wants to go to Andrew first. Doesn't appear like it, as Lawrence and I have come on screen. Owen still going for the chest. Not really. Looking for most of the ammo, mainly. As he probably has a really good loadout by itself. Blue pump. Excuse me. Blue pump, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
And probably a golden scar. There's another mech that landed. That's good for transportation. But again, it's in circles, so it's not allowed. Lawrence and I look like we have searched. We're going to search factories, but nothing's there. Owen, on his way, found Andrew, who was just out of the field of view for us. And there's a big shield for Owen, going to drink that and save his Chug Splashes. Very smart, because Chug Splashes can be used for squads, or used as a group. Now it looks like they're going to be going out the field of view, so we switch over back to Lawrence, seeing what they have in store for us. Appear to be riding the edge of the circle, looking for players on the map to see if there's any nearby. Dom and James have fallen, and Chris and Newbie both have a kill. We missed that fight. Mining up some of the trees. Owen, relatively close, not realizing that the people that can take his lead are literally right behind him. Let's see if we can fast forward a little to some of the action, as we missed the action of Dom and James dying, most likely from a skybase, because it looked like James did hit the ground very hard. But that gives Ethan and Chris a 2 points and brings them to 3 points, but not a top 5 yet, as they are still not in that top 3 position. They knocked down the first squad, but there's still one more squad that needs to be knocked out for the top 3 to be in play. Many mechs in the area. That is one thing that was strictly prohibited, that it cannot be used as a weapon. It can only be used as a transportation. Mechs were nerfed, but they are still quite overpowered, especially in a duo. So we decided that it's fair enough to just leave them as transportation. Lawrence looking at the chest, thinking it was a gold item, but nothing so far as upgrades to their loot. Riding the edge of the circle, which is very smart, hoping to see any field of play, anyone in the field of play for them. The camera is almost in the entire circle. They only have to move a little bit closer into it and not at the edge of it. Seeing if we can see anyone on the side of the map. Hopefully we can get a good fight. There's some players right there. Let's see if we can switch over to them. Here we have a fight over here. There's Newbie, Owen. Owen looks like to be taking immense damage, finding Tom and his brother. Andrew and Owen very weak. Andrew takes the launch. Tom and Owen is knocked. That's a point to them. That puts them at 6. Newbie is by himself. I believe Chris did drop. Yes, there's only 7 people. So that puts them in the top 3. No, still not. Still not. It is the top 4 still. Newbie by himself. Andrew by himself. Tom and Michael look like to be rushing Andrew. Getting them easy shots on him. Andrew boosts away, and Newbie on top of factories. Oh, no, Newbie is not alone. Chris is there. Andrew broke down into factories, seeing if he can get a nice location. There he is, looking to heal up. Places the campfire down, getting that health back. What?
Watch, I'm boxing up.
He boxes up, making sure he's safe from all angles. Newbie found him, quickly getting ready for the attack, but decides to back off, getting stuck in his own builds, and backs off. Goes up, trying to get the roof on Andrew. That was actually a smart play, but there Andrew's running, not really. Oh no, Andrew is running. Chris and Newbie are going after him, and Tom and his brother are still in the back waiting to see this. Lawrence and Ice appear to be watching from a distance. Andrew going for the launch pad, but loses his shield. Doing it. Misses the first jump, and misses the second jump, it appears. They look like they're landing on it, and Lawrence and I have now entered the fight area as we both see this fight going on. Looking for the third party. Andrew knocks down both of them! With ease, but Volji took one of the kills. He was sniped. That helped Andrew immensely. That helped Andrew immensely. That gave them another point. That put them at, I believe, 7 points right now, including their 5 from last game. And Andrew collecting the loot. Lawrence and I looking to see what's going on. We're in the retail row realm, so these horde disgustingness, these monsters of agony are going to be attracted to us, and they may give away our location. We're looking at Tom and his brother in the sky over here, and Andrew appears to be bubble shielding a little bit far, but didn't seem to be a problem to Tom and his brother. Andrew probably going to see for the launch pad over here. Nope, staying in the bubble. Should go for the chug splashes right there. Probably does not see them. And there's Owen's glider. Andrew in the air, just scouting the area, and looks like here's the fight we're missing over here. Massive fight, massive rockets incoming. Looks like I've taken some damage from a rocket incoming. Andrew with the third party snipe. These guys post up on a hill. Both Tom and his brother ready for the snipes. Andrew's in the air once again. Tom placing down a floor for a quick escape like a campfire. Or even a launch pad. Andrew third partying the Volgies. Tom and his brother. And Tom is right on the edge of the realm, so the zombies won't be attracted to him. I regained my shield to 50%, and Lawrence is still 100. We go for the supply drop coming in up there. Seeing as it's a good opportunity to get some nice shield, I heal up, and Andrew is hit immensely. Looks like from a sniper shot. Uses the new bubble shield to heal in the open and not waste mats. That's a very good idea. Giving himself to look in the area, but the storm is on his way. He is not in the circle. There's the bubble shield protecting him with immensely, but Tom is on his way, rushing into the bubble shield. Andrew gets height, but then Michael's on his side, shooting him in the side. Andrew down to a couple of health, and there he goes. Still surviving somehow, but that down for the count. Now it's down to the final two teams. Myself and Lawrence at 100, and we have the supply drop. They are down. Michael is down to like 175, and Tom is 100. They have mobility. They have 2 launch pads and rocket launchers. The rockets are raining in from the sky above. Looks like Tom's going in for the rush to get some of the rockets. This is going to be, if they win, this is going to be a good game. I floor myself and rant myself again. Lawrence with the sniper trying to get a good shot on Michael. I'm spraying Tom, and Michael is moving up to get a good location. Lawrence using the AR, trying to spray some of the build, stop them from rushing so far. Lawrence with the new item, the junk grips. Boom! That crushes Tom! That crushes Tom! That's a perfect direct hit. That was a 200 damage shot that put myself and Lawrence in the game. That gave us a good advantage. We BM Tom also. Another junk grift out there pushing Michael back and forcing him to the low ground as he has to move to us as we have the circle. Michael, again, trying to build his way there, trying not to take as much damage. Lawrence in the rushing. Again, the junk grift. That's not a direct hit, but it will do some damage. And there, Michael's down to white health. This looks like it's in the bag for us, for Lawrence and me. Getting the high ground. Michael dropping down most likely, or not. He's actually boxing up. Spray the 4, but he does save himself. We drop Michael, and that's the game. that put Lawrence and I at the
Second.
that put us at a nice 12 points as we each have 1 kill apiece. That put us at a nice 12 points. For the standings for the second game, and first we have myself and Lawrence with 22 points. Owen and my co-host Kid with 18 points. Tom and Michael with a whopping 13 points as they came out with that game and wiping most of the lobby. Chris and Ethan with 3 points as they only killed Dom and James. And Dom and James still in last place with a whopping 0 points. Let's go into game 3. Here we are in the third game. We're going to be watching the players jump out of the bus. There goes Andrew with his partner Owen, probably following.
I went for the mech. He went for
Not following. There goes Tom and his brother, Newbie, Dom. Everyone jumped there. Dom looks like he's on his way to what appears to be Snobby Shores, one of the old locations on the map. Health is a little glitched for some reason. 800 health plus 800 shield. That should have fixed it. But let's switch over back to me. There we go. Fixed it well. We have to follow me for the first couple. We have to follow myself for the first couple of minutes in the game, as it's the field of view from the cameras. Here we doing the same play. Excuse me, once again. Doing the same play, landing at Pandora, looking around to see if there's any bad guys in the area. Does not appear to be anywhere. Rocking the bright bomber skin one of the special things Pandora has. It has the art design of Borderlands. It's got that black outline, as you can see on my character. Rocking the bright bomber, and Lawrence rocking the elite agent. Looking like we can both land lucky landing for a nice location. Let's see if we can speed this up a little so we get to some of the action. We're most likely going to see the drop of 2 teams, most likely Dom and James. If we have the map open, yep, everyone is still there. Oh, there goes one was down, but still the teams are in play.
Dom died.
Dom is down and James is down. That's the team that went down, most likely in Snobby, as both Chris and Ethan land there every game. So, now that those 2 are out of the question, let's move on into the game. Let's move on so we can get some action for you guys. Looking for anyone on the map. There is some people on the map right over this hill. We quickly move our way over here. It appears to be Tom and his brother on this build right here. I did point this out over here. Tom is sitting on this mountain. I don't know where his brother went. Probably out of the field of view. Look, watch. He's going to disappear. Boom. He gone. But nope, they're not. They're going up here. Appears to be on the mountain. Yep. Out of field of view on that castle. So we switch over back to myself and Lawrence on what used to be Plain Mountain. But then Plains revolted since Season 6. We go over here and we appear to see another team. This looks like Andrew by himself. Most likely with Owen. Wait, did Owen die?
Yeah, Owen died in the fight when we were fighting Ethan.
Yes, Owen did die as the team was, as there is only 7 people left, but still 4 teams up. So again, there's those kills that count, but it's also that placement that is very immense. Lawrence and I seem to be cone peeking on this mountain right here, getting the good angle on everything.
Oh, go back to me. I just stand there for a second. Not go a little further back. I just stood there because I was like, are you joking? You're building a giant base on top of a mountain?
Andrew looks like he's taking the driftboard option. Going to be moving out. I hear the driftboard up there, and I believe I call out to Lawrence. I had no idea where you went. You disappeared from me. I did not hear you after that. Figured you just stood there behind the tree. Actually, very good location. Lawrence and I on top of the mountain, having a very nice location on the map. I believe Tom is in the field of view over here. If we make our way there, who is this? This appears to be. Yep, Tom and his brother down here in the middle of two mountains. That is not a good place to be, but it is all right as these mountains are going to be into the storm. Both of them look like they're collecting mats, just getting ready for the battle ahead of them. Andrew, underground in one of the bunkers from the garbage house. Let's see what he's got in store. Can't go underground through something like through the floor. Here we are in the bathroom. Andrew farming up the mats. Got some nice heals. Doesn't take the gold infantry, surprisingly. Can you give us an insight on that, Andrew?
Well, I didn't take the gold infantry because I had a very good AR. It was a blue AR, so I didn't want to give that up for a gold infantry rifle that shoots very slow.
Alright, that's a good notation. Tom and his brother now looting what's left of Pleasant that's in the circle. Andrew, again, camping underground, very smart, by the stairs. Look at him. Look, he looks like he's an absolute bot. Red Knight, that's a perfect jump scare to see there. But now let's go over to here as we see Chris and Ethan building up to myself and Lawrence. Lawrence and I are waiting for someone just to show their faces. I'm not cone peeking at the moment because I don't want to build up. But then we spot them. We spot Chris and Ethan. They're on our sights for now. I don't know if they see us. They probably know that someone's in the base, but not anyone at all. Running the default gang as Chris was recently a default until Owen gifted him the battle pass. Shout out to Owen for gifting Chris the battle pass and hosting the skirmish. Channel will be in the description below. Make sure you use his code in the item shop, code TROLL. So now Chris and Ethan crouching around, making sure they're not going to be seen. They are quite oblivious because I'm not entirely sure they know that Lawrence and them are in the base, but they're walking around like they are just chilling, like making sure they're not being heard. Now again, Lawrence and I are not in circle, but yeah, Lawrence and I are not in circle. So we're gonna actually we actually are in circle. They are not. These foes are not in circle, so they're gonna have to move one way or another. If we go down here, Tom and his brother have built up cones on top of the house, looking to see if they can get some nice angles on them. They have a bunch of shields, bunch of stuff. If I was them, I would make most of this stuff my walls, but they have some nice heals over here. Yep, some nice mini shields. Looks like a good amount of mats, and they're cone peeking like competitors. Andrew is still in his basement, waiting there, playing it safe. Chris and Ethan went down the mountain for safety of the circle, but they're still wary about Lawrence and I being in that tower. So now they box up, making sure that they're not being shot, and have actually what appears to be no angle actually. I thought they had an angle on Andrew or even Tom, but not an angle at all. Let's see how this plays out as the storm closes in and the next one is revealed. Looks like they actually have to move. Oh, look at that. Look at that, like, squeeze. That's, like, smaller than a Swiss cheese, bro. That is actually even better because no one's going to be thinking someone's going to be sitting in there at that close to the circle. Lawrence and I realized that we need to move. Lawrence and myself realized that we must move as we edit out and go for the push into the circle. Tom and Michael still sitting in there one by one, and Andrew moved down into the basement, I think. Moved further down, yes, he moved down all the way to the bottom level of the steps. Smart play, but hard to get out if the storm is coming.
I did that because I thought Michael and Tom were on top of me because I heard footsteps around my house.
Smart notation. Looks like we're about to have a confrontation right here. Lawrence and myself see Chris and Ethan down there. Chris, Ethan in the bush, camping in the bush. And there's the fight going on. Lawrence hit for 20 damage from Chris's AR. Lawrence going for the jump. With the jump grip, Lawrence takes massive fall damage. I take some storm damage as well. They built up. Trying to get some nice shots on them. Again, the high ground is key. Chris is behind me. Ethan in the air. Looks like they may go for the launch play. Yup, Chris just launched. Ethan launches himself. And I follow both of them and Lawrence. We land over here, but here's the one problem. I remember this game. We had 0 mats. We had 0 mats. I built that and I'm out. So Tom and Andrew actually do move on to Andrew's house. As you said before, my friend. And it looks like Newbie and Chris move into their house. Looks like a Junkrat was thrown onto them as a precaution. But look, here is the mad struggle. There's another Junkrat from Tom and his brother Michael. And look, scrapping with metal. Just enough metal to grab this tree. But that's not enough mats to help me at all. As I have to protect myself from Chris and Newbie. Here we are, fighting Lawrence in the fight.
Chris has been hit by Lawrence and appears to be using some chug splashes.
Tom and Michael still on top, having that high ground. Michael is peeking Lawrence like there's no tomorrow. So I move over to myself, trying to get some mats, as I am really low on them. Grabbing the street, seeing to get enough mats. Build a roof to protect myself. But then the wall's broken, and I can't hold it because I don't have the mats. So I decide to take the fight with Chris, but then go down as Lawrence has been down as well. Now we're following Chris in this battle. About 50 health, maybe 49. Looks like Newbie just went down, and Andrew is still in this somehow. Chris with some nice damage on there. Nice damage on Tom, but Tom still has the shield. Chris is campfiring, but the storm is on his way. Not realizing there's a chug jug right outside. He may actually realize that. Nope, does not. He decides to go into the house. Let's see what his plan is. Doesn't realize Tom was right out there. Could have had a nice shot on him. Andrew in the middle of the fight between Tom and Michael. Chris at the bottom. Looks like Michael's going to be getting him. But Chris goes into the house. Michael drops on the launch pad. Andrew right at the window. Chug splashes. Chris sees him. And a nice 80 damage to Chris. Now let's switch over to Andrew. Looks about 85 health in this situation. Got some nice Junkrits, but getting shot through the windows. This is going to be a tough play to play out. Junkrift placed. Junkrift is placed as we see the brothers fight and spam their way through, as they do have circle, it appears like. Spamming their way through. Andrew taking a lot of damage while losing his shield. But looks like Michael pushes in. Getting the damage. Andrew takes the high ground, trying to heal up as much as he can, but that's the game. Michael sprays through and takes the win. So the standings for this game, Tom and Michael bumped their way up to first with 26 points. In second place is Kid and Owen, securing themselves nice 24 points. Lawrence and I didn't get any kills as we died early on and didn't even get placement points. So that puts us at 22 points from last game. Chris and Ethan bumped themselves up to 12 points from their whopping 3 points, but still in fourth, and Dom and James in last place, still with 0 points. Let's move our way on to Game 3. Here we are in Game 4, ladies and gentlemen. Game 4 of the duos skirmish finals. We're going to be following myself and Lawrence in the early stages, as it is our replays and not the actual games. There's Chris jumping immediately. This bus was very perfect for Lawrence and I, as it is right over the sandy area that came in Season 5. And our goal each game is to not land Pandora, but hover over it, get some shields, so we don't waste them when we land Lucky Landing. This is a perfect drop for us as we both are able to get to 100, 100, and take whoever on lands at Lucky. In our field of view, there does not appear to be anyone, but I think someone did land Paradise Palms. That's going to be interesting to see. As you can see, boom, 100, 100, and we're going to skip through most of the looting to save you guys some of the action that comes through. There goes James! Knocked out by James! James shot himself. Shot himself. I believe James was knocked out by the storm. So, that pushes them into... that actually doesn't push them in anywhere. That just helps the rest of the duos get those placement points. But Dom is still alive. So I'm surprised. Dom probably left James in the storm. So we'll see how that plays later on in this match. We have someone on our field of view over here that we're going to switch over to them, see who it is. That's actually Dom, surprisingly. His partner James is dead, and Dom looks like he's got 175 shield.
Whoa.
Whoa, there's a massive there's a massive kill ratio. Andrew and Kid died. I believe they died to died to Tom and his brother, as we are waiting to see what Dom is doing.
I think he's just sitting in a corner.
Yeah, there he is, just sitting in the corner, the gingerbread skin on his back bling, sitting in the corner, camping with one of the pump shotguns, waiting in this field of view. That is actually a really good spot. But Volji and his brother Michael have made it into the area. Here we are spectating Michael's point of view, the OG John Wick with the Reaper back bling.
And your main pickaxe.
We quickly change to their gameplay to see what they're doing. Michael having the nice heavy sniper with that Kevin wrap. And here we are. Lawrence and I are to the right of them. And it appears like we're going to get shot in the side. Yep, looks like they're going to be about to be shot in the side. We should pause this right here and quickly just change it to drone free. Oh, it's over by Dom. Okay. Start the fight. Here we are. Yep, there's the fight. Michael takes the heavy snipe shot, but misses. Using the burst SMG, one of the worst weapons in the game, but recently be created good. Spraying down the build, and a junk griff is thrown. Porta potty landing on you. That's gonna be a real shitter. But it drops weapons. It appears like a purple combat. Didn't even realize that it drops weapons. There's another one throwing. Chris and Newbie have joined the fight, ready for the third-party battle. I get lasered by Tom. Looks like that was a bunch of headshot damage. Lawrence, it's up to Lawrence to fight them, but now he's getting third-party by Chris and Newbie over here, coming from what appears to be their right side of the battle. Lawrence looks like he's about to go down. Fighting well, but there's the headshot from Tom, and down goes me and Lawrence. That's the first full duo down.
It appears Tom has lost almost all his shields.
That puts Ethan and Chris, Volji, Tom and Michael, and Dom into the top 3. That gives them all 5 points right there.
Tom in a fight with basically no health, about half.
And Boogie's Ethan, what a play! That was a legendary Boogie that saved him the amount of time to, I believe, get to the launch pad. No, he doesn't. Yep, he goes for the launch pad.
And Michael now lost almost all his shield as Tom lands on the high ground at the other build fight.
Newbie just got absolutely destroyed with his amount of health and launches away. Michael taking full height. Easily could be dropped, knocked down, but he does have a launch pad to escape. Tom healed up, but not his health, only his shield. Michael still looking at like about 10 shield and 100 health. Still the good to take a fight. Heavy snipe at Chris. Still 140. Newbie all the way over here looking to see what he can do. He has about 10 health. Sliver of health. And looks like no healing. On his way running. Yeah, he's in the back. Waiting. Michael
has launch padded.
Michael and Tom are ready to, looks like, just pick off the fight. And, ladies and gentlemen, Dom Dell 713 in the top 3, getting his team 5 points, running all the way. Look at him. Look at this man. Ready? Let's see what he does. runs in circles, probably looking to loot, actually.
Probably for shield or a little bit better.
Oh, I think he just found the shield. Nope, he's looking to hide. That's actually a really nice spot to hide.
But his back bling is sticking out of the wall.
That is a good point, Andrew. Very good point. Supply drop coming in next to him. We'll see if he goes for that. But right now, let's move over to Chris and Ethan. Ethan looks like he's healing up. What appears to... Looks like a campfire, but is not showing up on the screen for some reason. Chris doesn't have shield for him, but looks like he was able to shield himself. Supply drop just about to land, and Thomas and Michael over here. Thomas got his health back, most of it. Michael got his shield back, most of it. They do not know Dom is in that position.
When I was spectating Newbie and Chris, they did realize that Dom has built across the bridge, but they did not know if he has left that area or not.
Yes, the mats on the bridge indicate that players were here, but Dom is still in this corner, looking up, looking around, probably laughing with James as he's sitting there. Probably should grab those minis right below him. Would be really nice to carry, but he probably may have a full stack. Michael, right here, very close to Dom. As with Tom, very close to Dom as well. But no
Completely
indication of going
clueless.
into that building. Chris and Ethan would appear to be all the way in Paradise Palms, looking to get some nice shield. Ethan got some of his shield back and most of his health back. Looking to see if they can find some more. Rift goes everywhere so they can use. Michael actually Tom, no, I believe Michael went for the supply drop and not Tom. They got, I believe, a golden scar out of that because I do remember this game spectating these two. Yep, there was the scar. I just saw it. And he dropped his burst SMG, which was his AR for the longest time. Dom looks like he will have to move if you realize the map. That's putting him in a really bad position, having to sneak behind. Falls through the floor, I believe. Or no, walks out, goes through the floor, and is now running his way behind Michael and Tom. Seeing what to do, hiding by the tree, and going around the mountain is a good option and not going near them at all. Looks like they're in a confrontation right over here. Chris and Newbie with Michael and Tom. Looks like Michael and Tom know where they are, but I don't think they have realized it yet. I think they're going to play the Rift game and see if they can do anything. Chris sniping from the truck, getting some man-made cover and not building his own. To see if he can get a good shot. Believe he does lose his head in this situation. But where is Dom? Dom is all the way over here, running behind them. They're not paying attention. They're not looking behind them. They're not looking for the man himself, Domdale 713, camping behind the mountain. Both Chris and Newbie, still looking for shield, but sees the coconut. Probably does go for the coconut. Yep, goes for the coconut for that shield, that extra 5 shield. Michael looking ready for the snipe. Yep, there's the snipe.
Misses Ethan right there.
Yeah.
And it appears Ethan has found more shield out of this chest.
Let's go on to Michael's gameplay, see what he's doing in this situation. Knows Newbie is behind him, does not know Dom's behind him. Still, that 5 people left. That's 2 squads and 2 squads and a solo. Appears Dom is at the edge of the circle, if you see in the right-hand corner of the map.
And if you switch to Chris, Chris does see him come in to the circle.
Let's switch to Dom. Let's see what he's doing over here. Looks like Chris is moving his way to Dom, but not knowing he's there.
No,
Playing the rock
this
game.
was before.
Oh, the miss of the snipe, but there's the tag. Dom going into Storm, so no one can get the kill, it looks like. But Chris tagged him, so that's the end of Tom.
Don't you mean Dom?
That's the end of Dom, yep. That's a tag for Chris. And look, Chris is about to get the kill. There it is. Died to Storm. Now let's switch over to Michael, see what he's about to do. He's got the eye on Ethan. Misses the snipe. That was very close. Ethan just built the wall in time. Chris right at the supply drop. That's a 150 shot right there. Stink grenades coming out, trying to force him out. But again, did not do much damage. Tom has 2 kills. Michael has none. Michael hit that 157 on Chris, and Chris doesn't seem to have any heals for right now. Michael waiting for newbie to peek, waiting for it, and there's the 175! The 375! That's a full knock! And now it's up to Chris. Chris launches in the air. Let's pause this fight and quickly switch to... Chris launches in the air, seeing if he can get a good kill. There's newbie down. That's the BM. Looks like the Volgies have this game in the bag. Chris getting the high ground, no shield, very small health, about 49 health. Tom building up. Chris probably going to get some cheeky shots on him, but builds him off, blocking him off. This is now Tom rethinking, but breaking him down. It's going to be the play of the century if they actually break him down and kill him. Chris looking like knowing that what's going to happen. And let's see what he does. Let's see what his plan is. He hits the launch just in time, saving himself from the agony. But he's in the air now. He's going to get easily lasered. But then there's the combat shotgun with that range, and there goes Chris down for the count. That's going to put the Tom and his brother in an immense lead. Tom and his brother now sitting at 40 points. Kid and Owen still sitting at 24 in second place. Myself and Lawrence sitting at 22 in third place. Chris and Ethan made a whopping comeback, now having the chance in this fight to go for the win or even a top 3 position with 20 points. And Dom and James, they've made the break of 0 points. They've gotten 5 points thanks to Dom's
Top
camping
3.
for the top 5. Let's go on to game 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, game 5 out of 6. We're gonna be dropping the players immediately. Let's see what they're gonna be doing in the as they go over the map. I hear the battle bus making its way through the Fortnite island. Let's see who's gonna be dropping first from the battle bus. There's Andrew. There's Owen dropping first. Chris, then Ethan. Chris and Ethan. Tom and his brother. Dom and James. And then Lawrence and myself now waiting in the back of the pack. Going for the same gameplay we've been going each game. That Pandora shield run. And then switching over to Lucky Landing. Looks like this is a perfect drop. Lawrence actually a little bit low.
A lot low there.
Yeah, he's a lot low compared to myself. So it's going to be affecting him landing at Lucky Landing, but I think he's actually going to be landing at Pandora since he's so low if he just hovers up against the shield. There's the shield now loading in for Lawrence.
There's actually a llama in that bottom left corner there.
Yes,
Surprised Anthony has not seen that.
Yes, I may have seen it, may be going for it, but there's the llama again, ladies and gentlemen. On that mountain, sitting there. I don't think anyone really noticed it. Because they would have immediately gone for it because they got mats and stuff like that. But now landing at what used to be the TV house or the share house in Mexico. Now this share house is a note to the originalness of that building.
That is actually pretty interesting. I had not realized that they had tried to copy that.
Now, the one cool thing about Pandora is the art theme. It's very similar, it's actually the same as what it is in Borderlands 3. This art style with the thick outline really defines that game. Once you see that art line, that art style, you know that it is the Borderlands art style. So that is very cool implement in Fortnite, seeing some of the most beloved Fortnite skins with that Borderlands themed art.
Another thing about Pandora is the chest, as you just saw. The chests look exactly like boxes, and it looks like you could just break it for materials. And without that noise and glow that it makes, you probably would just try and break it for materials.
Now, yes, those boxes are what you find in Pandora when you are looting in Borderlands 3. You're taking the SMG over the drum shotgun. That's actually a smarter play, as you do get some more range with the SMG over the drum shotgun.
As Anthony now taking this gray tactical shotgun over his green SMG.
Yes, the tac shotgun would probably be better than the green SMG, as you can probably deal a little bit more damage per shot than the green SMG. Taking the minis over the bandages, that's always smart.
If I were Anthony right there in that situation, I would have actually did the shotgun SMG meta, but I don't think he has enough room in his loadout.
I don't think it's not the amount of room, my co-host. I believe it's because he's rocking the minigun.
I had not seen that come out of a chest.
I believe he is rocking the minigun, as that was in the beginning of the play. There's the upgrade from the gray tac to the purple tac, one of the new implements from Season 9. And, oh, the roof is gone, so you can't jump up and grab the chest. Pandora is made out of metal, so it's not much mats you can get from wood and brick, but a lot of metal, which is very good late game. There's the big shield, probably gonna take that, yep, carrying the big shields. Grabs the ammo crate and breaking all the boxes to get enough wood for himself, as wood is basically the starting material for the game. There seems to be someone who died in the match. We could go back and see who it is. Actually, we could go right here on this screen. Yep, Chris and Newbie have died. That's a shame for them, sitting in 4th place with...
Only 5 points, I believe.
No, sitting in 4th place with 20 points. Yeah, they were sitting in 4th place with 20 points. But Tom and Michael, that put them up incredible. That put them up to 42 points. That is immense compared to everyone else, as second place is only 24 points and 3rd place is 22 points. That put their lead so high that it may even clinch them for the Victory Royale and they're getting the $100 each. I'm looking over here, seeing if we can get this little thing. The green AR switching for the revolver. Revolver is good as an implement for an AR. It was very fast-paced shooting in the early stages of when it came out. But actually, I believe the blue, green, and gray revolvers are actually a faster shot than the other one, than the purple and gold.
I believe you are right there, but these purple and gold revolvers do a lot more damage, so it balances out.
And they also have better accuracy. You're farming the cactuses in Pandora. That's probably the only way you can get wood in this area. As you can see, the rift beacon is still there. The only reason why it's still there and not in the other rift locations, because Pandora is sadly going to be leaving us on September 10th when the Fortnite X Mayhem collab is over. So this place will either change back to what it originally was, bringing back our beloved Mexico, or it's going to change to a completely different location. Maybe even bringing back Kevin the Cube, as the memorial is still on the mountain, but there's another mountain sticking out and almost taking out Kevin. Here's another player on the, 2 players on the map, Dom and James, in a mech. That's going to be against the rules. They can't use a mech in circle. Taking on the mech quickly as possible to see this fight break down. The mech looks like the mech is actually firing at them. That is 100% against the rules. The mech going in the air. The mech is now severely weak. There goes the mech. Dom is down to Lawrence. And there's the kills. Both Dom and James down for the count. Unfortunately for them. That's just another 0 in their streak of games. That's their 4th 0 place in a. That's the 4th 0 place in the games so far, and they only have 5 points. As the last game, game 4, Dom somehow survived to the top 3 without a partner. So that's incredible. The email came out as you just saw before. But now, let's continue to move on. As Circle is relatively close to myself and Lawrence. Now it's that top 3, so Lawrence and I get 2 kills on the board, and plus that 5 points So that gives us 7 points, which puts us a little bit closer to Tom and Michael. But Tom and Michael just gained more points. That put them at 47 points. And Owen and Kid gained another 5 points, which put them at 29 points right now. And Lawrence and I sitting in second place, probably clinching it for right now with a whopping 36 points. Actually, my apologies. It is not 36 points, it is actually 29 points. That's actually...
What are you saying?
Yes, 29 points because 2 kills plus 7 puts them at 29 points. So they're actually tied with Owen and Kid for that second place spot. Just farming right now.
I don't know why you're farming the hay though, because the hay does not give you any materials.
Let's see if there's going to be any more players on the map looking in the field of view. As see that white circle, that is the field of view of the camera angle we have. We'll see what else they can do right now with what's going on. Building up to this little place that's been here for a long time. I believe it's been here the entirety of Fortnite, grabbing the material. There used to be a mech on the map. That's going to be that green outline you see on the corner at the side of your screen. Just down there telling Lawrence to go get it. There's the mech, as I said before. Farming up the mats. It did not get a lot of wood from Pandora. Blue AK running, because that thing can melt. Dropping it for the blue AR, but then dropping it again for the blue AK. Taking the blue AK, which can melt. Kid and Owen now on the screen now as we see them in the field of view. Let's quickly change the camera so we can see a third person. Let's actually switch to them and see a drone-free camera angle on them. See what they're going to be doing in this fight. Let's get a little elevation. Again, using the mech in circle. I don't know why they're doing that, using the mech in circle. Andrew, can you tell us why you were using the mech in circle?
Well, we were not actually trying to. We were about to get out of it and blow it up there, as I just did right there.
Yep,
and then you started taking some shots at us.
There's the blow up. The bubble shield is out, giving the protection. Owen is in the fight with me, and Kid has taken a lot of damage from Lawrence's shotgun. Two of them chug splashing, make sure they're gaining health. Here comes the wall break. Actually, the wall's gone. It's going to be breaking the ramp. Nice 83 damage trade on both Kid and I. This is going to be a fight of the century against the two brothers. Owen now hitting a big damage shot on me. It's going to be incredible to see how that plays out, as I don't have many healings on me. Owen chug splashing, but now getting absolutely destroyed by Lawrence. Getting the BM, so that's another point. Now Kid pressuring me with the wall placement. And Kid launches away, surprisingly. Looks like he's actually going to be going for the high ground. But Lawrence, boom, there's the fat damage. And down goes Kid for the count. That's another 2 kills for them on the board. That puts them now at 31. See them heal up here. Kid, can you give us the lowdown of the fight?
Well, I was actually trying to go for height that you had on me, but surprisingly, you fell down. So I went to use the launch pad to get on top of you, not knowing that you had fallen down, and then I went back up for the height, and Lawrence was right there.
Now in the field of view, Tom and Michael, the leaders of the point system right now. Looking to see if they can get a victory royale to clinch them for the winning of the cash prize. Looting this place, this was where Dom was hiding last game, right up in this corner. Now, Michael grabbed the blue pump and Tom grabbed the golden tactical shotgun. That's a fan favorite in this match, as it is a kind of a good measurement to the combat. Here they are. This is going to look like a battle of the campers. Both them on one building and Lawrence and I on our own man-made building. Lawrence, well, actually, myself moving out a little bit to the bridge, seeing if I can get a better angle, having the minigun, which is going to be very vital in this type of fight, to spray them walls and give Lawrence some clean shots that he could hit on them. Both of them having the heavy sniper. Michael making big brain plays the past 2 games, clinching him and his brother that top position right now. But let's see if he can clinch him and his brother to the top position for that winning, for that cash prize winnings. Now, there's the heavy snipe trying to break down the build. Yep, but fortifies it a little bit more so it doesn't break down with one heavy sniper shot. Both of them built up in the same location, still just sitting there. Not protecting their back, because they know that they're both there and there's no one else on the map. It's just a 2v2 battles of the campers. There's a jump grip, a little bit too far thrown by Lawrence. Distracts them a little as the other one should be coming out, I believe. Right now, there it is, landing on the building, but not hitting them. Moved back just in time as their roof was destroyed. There's a third one, breaking the entire building except for that right wall right there.
Appears to have done no damage with that third one too.
Yep, no damage done to the players. The AK spray trying to get some shots. There's the last jump grip landing right on the cop car. I believe that we could call police brutality as the police car landed on the police car. Both the minigun play spraying out on Tom, trying to draw up the heavy snipe from him so Lawrence can get a clean shot. Tom ramp for walling just to get a little bit height equal to Lawrence and myself, but actually we are a little bit higher, so we have that able to peek down. Looks like Lawrence and I are actually moving out, going for the launch pad that Kid used to get on high ground, which is absolutely retarded, where he tried to launch up and then gets lasered by Lawrence. No offense, Edward. Taking the launch pad over to the mountain, which is probably going to be in circle if we look at our camera. Yes, it is. That's in clean circle, but Tom and Michael also in circle. Landing at the teddy bear hut. Breaking the teddy bear so it's not a distraction because they don't want to be cuddling with it mid-game when they're in the middle of a fight. Minigun sprays coming out, trying to draw out their heavy snipes, which it is doing, but it's also breaking our builds. So maybe that can do some extra damage. Let's see if we can hop onto Michael here. Oh, there he is. Michael right now, watching in the gameplay camera. Let's see.
I actually, sorry,
apologies.
Anthony.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, I actually do think that Tom and Michael had a launch pad themselves, so you guys had to move while they could just stay in their base.
Yes, there's Michael going with the shots. Heavy sniper shots, trying to get those quick damages in. Using the cabin wrap that was in the battle pass and the OG John Wick skin, or what is now known as the Reaper. Sitting at 1 kill. I'm killing Chris and Ethan. Looks like, oh, there's the sniper shot from Lawrence, but misses. Michael had no idea that was actually going to hit him, but unfortunately, Lawrence is absolutely garbage with his sniper shots. So here we go back to the drone-free camera. Drone-free camera, we watch these two in the gameplay fight. Speed up the camera just a little. There's a launch pad for a quick getaway. We'll see how this plays out. Again, no scope by Lawrence, trying to get that cheeky snipe, but unfortunately nothing actually happens. Spraying down the builds, trying to break it, but it's too much connected to actually be broken down by one roof. Storm coming in, the next storm was just shown. Dropping down, trying to protect the walls as much as they can. Lawrence and myself. Heavy snipe, breaking the wall, but Lawrence is still protected. Lawrence building up with brick now, running out of wood. That's unfortunate.
Anthony takes a little bit of damage there from those sprays.
From the scar spam. Lawrence launching to the next circle to get that early base build so he can gatekeep Michael and his brother. Now, here we are. drinking the big shield, getting back to his 100 health, and taking the launch in the air now. Let's see where he goes. Where I go. I go a little bit farther than Lawrence, it appears like, to ankle a straight shot on both Michael and Tom. Now building, protecting themselves from Lawrence. But, oh, just missed by a hair, Lawrence's snipe. Here, the AK spray's coming out. There's the heavy sniper shot, just missed by a hair, as it was because of the ramp break. Tom launches on me, quickly, using his golden tac shotgun, but I deal the same damage back, but Michael comes back with the pump shotgun. The build battle is on. Taking a moment to heal as the high ground was, as I lost the high ground. Michael now lasing Lawrence with the SMG that he has, but there goes Tom down the count. And that's another BM, that's another point for Lawrence and myself. Lawrence actually really weak. Here I come now, getting ready for the fight. Lawrence healing up with those chug splashes. Combat shotgun sprays out. Lawrence now getting some of his shield back, and most of his health. Minigun spray trying to get the shot out. Michael taking some hefty damage, but Lawrence taking some hefty damage himself. Combat shotgun losing all of his shield. The AR and the minigun sprays coming out, hitting him for white damage. That's his health damage. Spraying the wall. Lawrence is down, and I kill Michael for the kill and for the win. I don't know why I said for the kill, because that's stupid. But ladies and gentlemen, Lawrence and myself have just won Game 5. That actually put us relatively close to beating Michael and Tom for the cash prize. Now let's move on to Game 6. Ladies and gentlemen, Game 6 of the last of the duo tournaments. There's Chris and Newbie jumping out of the battle bus immediately, going for Snobby Shores. Next to drop is Dom and James, Kid and Owen, dropping simultaneously, looking to see where they both go. There goes Lawrence and myself as we quickly look around. There's Michael and Tom jumping out of the battle bus right behind us. It's going to be an interesting game. It is the last of the duo tournament. It's going to be an intense game. But let's switch over to Lawrence as we land in. Actually, there he is. Let's switch over to Lawrence. Watch him land through the recently frozen meteor that came in Season 10. Season 10 is supposed to be the nostalgia season, but right now it's not really feeling very nostalgic as, again, there's a different Tilted and a Mechs. Absolutely garbage, but now they've entered the Pandora field and they're going to be getting that nice shield, putting themselves up to 100 and not even before they even land. That is very smart between the both of them, making that call so they can instantly just switch between them. Appears like we have someone else on the field of view. Yep, there's Dom. Let's quickly switch to a drone-free camera. Let's just check out this fight. Both Dom and James, no shield, but Lawrence and myself having that shield. Lucky landing a hot drop with those Amazon Prime drones. Now, let's see what Dom's doing, wearing the gingerbread man skin as he did in the game where he got 5th place. Not 5th place, the top 3 points. James all the way over here, let's see what he's up to. Lawrence now on the building of James. James has no idea. Lawrence, looks like we're going to see in a fight in a second, but apparently not. James also with no shield. Looks like they're going to meet up.
I believe, sorry Anthony, go ahead.
There's a confrontation immediately. James is not by myself. Dom with the minigun spray, but is taken out quickly through the silent SMGs.
So as I was saying before, I believe Lawrence told you that they were there, but James did not know that you guys were there, so he could not call that out to Dom.
That is very true. Thank you, Andrew, for that insight. And now as we shoot down the Amazon Prime drones, the same-day delivery Dropping some blue weapons that are not okay. I mean, that scoped AR, it's good for the ammo, but no one really wants it. But that blue AR is what you want to see coming out of those Amazon Prime drops. Got the purple minigun play from Dom. Going to be very useful in late game, as we saw last game, using the minigun to spray and draw out the heavy sniper fire and able to win the game with it. Amazon Prime drones all over the map. Hear them dropping like that. But, yep, I believe Lawrence is collecting his right now. There's a new blue auto sniper, one of the worst snipers, but takes it over the SMG, surprisingly.
But that thing can really laser. Does 33 damage a hit, and it really does a lot of damage if you hit all 16 shots.
Got the new tactical shotgun, not one of the what am I saying? Not a tactical shotgun, the new drum shotgun. Not one of the fan favorites, as it can shred, but it takes forever to reload and it doesn't do the damage that people want. Another non-fan favorite is the Burst SMG. Did get a buff before, but not really a buff people were looking for. Now there's one of the fan favorites, the blue SMG. This thing can shred through people, as it does, I believe, a 24 damage shot.
Yes, I believe you're right.
44 headshot. It can absolutely shred and has very little bloom. Then Lawrence using the new sniper just to get the hot drops. Grabs what appeared to be a golden scar. That's perfect for Lawrence. Going to be easy laser to them. Dropping the light ammo for the minigun for myself. And it appears like I traded the blue drum shotgun for a great tag. I believe there was a great tag over there.
Now there's a blue vending machine that was recently made free instead of having to pay mats for it, but you can only get one weapon or shield.
And yes, and in one of the recent updates that actually came out on this day, on the day of the skirmish, vending machines can only have 2 selections now. It is very rare, but they can have 2 selections. Now let's, Storm is moving in, and they do have some way to go. There are the kills coming in right now, as we were not able to see them before. But they do have some ways to go on the camera. So let's switch over to Lawrence. Oh, actually, we are on Lawrence. Let's go back to his gameplay camera. See what he's off to. He's already moving his way to Fatal Fields. And again, I do apologize for this wind glitch. I have no idea how to fix it. It's just, excuse me, it's just replay the system.
As I think Lawrence is going out of the field view, he is moving through Fatal.
Yes, moving his way through Fatal Fields, grabbing some of the cabbages. That gives like 4 to 5 wood apiece. That's very good it's very good since there's a lot of them, and you can collect good maybe 50 mats, maybe even 100 mats if you're lucky enough. Again, just on the edge of the field of view from my cameras, but we're spectating him using the new Sparkle Specialist pick, one of the fan favorites from the Battle Pass, as they were able to, this Battle Pass was a, reinvention of old skins. They have the Dark Voyager, they have the Sparkle Specialist, they even have the Rust Lord, and the Black Knight.
And even the Red Knight, too.
Yes, the Black Knight, and the Red Knight, and the Gold Knight, and they also have even the sweat skin of the season, the Tilted Technique. That was the Technique skin from Season 4. Glad to see she came back in this Battle Pass. And you can't always forget the DJ himself, CDN the third skin. DJ Yonder came back as just Yonder with some new suit skins. So that's good. He's in the Battle Pass as well. And we also get to see what's underneath his face. Looks like Jordan Fisher, but it is not one of the. It's only used by CDN the third, as it is his skin. Neck on the screen, and looks like there's a purple combat. Going to be trading that for the gray tack, I believe. Let's see if we can switch over in time. Yep, there it is. The the purple combat trade for the gray tack. The combat is was hated by the community in the beginning of Season 9, as they vaulted all pumps. Everyone was very upset, but then they did bring back the blue and the green pumps, as they were saying as the community was saying, revert Season 9, revert Season 9, as everyone was very upset with their loss of their most favorite shotgun in the game. But thankfully we did get only 2 back. But everyone is still hoping to have that nice 220 headshot with the golden pump.
But if you are lucky enough with a blue pump, you can hit a nice 200, but with the green one, it does a max of 190.
Here we are, now looking at the vending machine, 2 blue ARs and stink grenades. This is very useful in boxing and affecting players who are boxed up, because easily can just draw them out or even kill them if they're low on health. Looks like they're talking. Looks like Lawrence and I are talking to each other, saying if we can make the switch, seeing if we can carry them. I believe Lawrence is heading his way over, if I remember this game correctly. Lawrence is heading his way over to the stink grenades, and I head over to collect the big shield that he found, because I am going to be carrying 3 of them. We do have the mech, so we can get to circle quick enough, as it is quite far. It's actually past Loot Lake, so this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. There's Lawrence on his way, going to get, probably taking the mech so he can get there a little bit faster to get those stink grenades. And as I break this roof, see right there, yep, there is the big shield. Now we're carrying a full stack of big shields, which is 3. They recently allowed you to carry 3 big shields. And they also lowered the amount of minis that you can carry in a stack. They used to be 10, but now it is 6, because they want it to be equal to the big shield. Because people were only carrying minis and not carrying those big shields. So, and to be honest, I think it's better this way, because big shields can put you over that 50 health mark, while mini shields cannot. And if you resist carrying minis in this day and age in Fortnite, it would be very bad, because again, those heavy snipes, 150 body damage, instantly, just have 150 health, goodbye. Doesn't even need to be a headshot. Now using the mech with the Kevin the Cube wrap, one of the fan-made names. Kevin was a fan-made name, and everyone was very sad to see him go, melting in the Loot Lake, but it also brought new ideas of what Fortnite could do with the Loot Lake, as later in a couple of seasons, in Season 8, 2 seasons after Kevin was melted, they put the vault in there, and Kevin was actually powering the vault. Now, as you see now, the Rift Orb, which is being still probably powered by Kevin the Cube, as he did drop a tier into the vault. Now we have Owen and Kid on the map. Let's see how this fight takes place as we switch over to them. My apologies for the delay, but let's switch over. There is Andrew, now looking at the Rift realm, the Rift Orb, jumping into it with the low gravity, not wasting all of his mats, going through the air with one of the founder gliders from Save the World. A little bit laggy. The Red Knight and the Red Knight Cape, one of his skins, his favorite skins, and has claimed it for himself, the Red Knight. Heavy sniper, very good for this type of fight, especially if there's a mech there. Now as we quickly change it to a drone-free gameplay. Let's see this play. Looks like Lawrence over here is actually lagging out. Yep, look at him. Just mine the invisible tree right there. You're gonna be hitting it, buddy. Come on. Come on, you almost got it. Yeah, unfortunately, I believe he has crashed. That put Owen and Kid in the opportunity to take the fight and actually eliminate the second place team. The only one still in the position to win this tournament against the leaders, Michael and Tom. Taking the mech now, seeing if he can protect Lawrence, but Lawrence now, as we can see, is dead. The headshot, the white damage is gone, and wasn't even needed to be M. apparently I'm not taking him stuff. Smart, not a smart idea, but it's also smart to get out of there. Owen running with his glider out. Look at that. Look at that hunk of the Guardians of the Galaxy ship just walking around. Just look at me. I'm a big target. Yeah, big target. But now as I move all the way over there, they basically upgrade their own arsenal. Now as I move all the way over here, Newbie and Chris are on the map in the field of view here as I go for the supply drop. Seeing if I can get anything that can upgrade my arsenal. Fortunately not, as the infantry rifle is a good weapon, but not for a type of spammy place. Michael and Tom also on the map. Right behind Ethan and Chris. Surprisingly, they're not going for the fight. Let's see what Michael's doing over here, as he is the duo leader. Taking the driftboard, surprisingly not noticing Chris and Ethan, but they noticed them. That is very interesting. Not taking the sniper shot. You easily could have knocked them because you are very unprotected on the driftboard, as we saw in the first game. Look here, they're watching the mech as again, it is probably against the rules to be using it right now, but I don't believe I am encircled. Yep, not encircled. Yeah, not encircled, so it is still I'm still in the play of the rules, probably using it as Lawrence has been down. There's the chest, ladies and gentlemen. The chest of the century that survived the destruction of what happened with the Polar Peak monster. Another big shield and a trap there. Surprisingly not going to take it. The mech is now on the move. And same with Chris and Newbie. It looks like they're what is the word I'm looking for? Not hovering, but
Riding?
yes, riding, thank you. Riding the back of the storm now. Easily, it's a very good play. Hiding behind the trees, not building, as they are in 4th place, knowing they have no chance of getting the victory. There's the mech in the air, jumping over Owen and Kid. They take a snipe at Ethan and Chris, I believe. The mech is now on its way all the way to the other side of the circle, it believes. Yeah, I believe. Yep, there it is. See that mech moving on the map, so it is technically still, again, with the rules, and I'm using it for transportation. I'm not in the circle yet, so I am obeying the rules. Now, as we can kind of see what's going on here, looks like there's a fight going on. It looks like Tom was hit just a little with his health. Could have been from the storm, could have been from fall damage. But I believe Ethan's building up here. We have just come into field of view. Not yet, I believe.
But Tom was knocked by that sniper shot.
Yes, Tom was knocked by Chris somehow. Chris not in the field of view, unfortunately, so we can't see the fight going on. That was probably a very good snipe that put Ethan and Chris in the lead. There's Chris now coming in, going for the BM, giving him that 1 point placement. That 1 point. That 1 point. Now Michael in the box, probably going for the heal. Ethan going for the roof play.
I believe I did hear a trap be placed under Michael by Chris.
Zoom in. Yes, there is a trap placement. Let's see if Michael's going to take damage from that.
I think we should stay on the trap because I believe he
Chris
does.
Sniped got that heavy snipe body shot. Going to heal up now. Ethan still going for the wall. Chris getting shot out.
I believe that was me shooting at him, if I remember correctly.
Ethan still wanting that wall. Michael still not letting him. Michael edits down, but Chris is knocked as well. Michael edits right into the trap. Almost takes a second trap damage. But Chris now down. That puts another point to Kid and Owen as they put that in their list of kills. And there goes Michael down to Newbie. That put them at another 2 points and into the top 3 position. Chris now fully BM'd, so they get the full kill, Owen and Kid. Ethan moving his way around, and here's the Mac, ladies and gentlemen. The solo that's still in position to play.
still surprisingly out of the circle,
Yes,
but only has 20 seconds to get in.
still obeying by the rules. Looking at the health right here, seeing what he can quickly grab. Should have grabbed the mats behind him. Should have grabbed the mats behind me, but none there. Newbie now looking to see if he can get some heals, but can't pull anything off. And Owen and Kid now in the block, able to regenerate their mats and ammo, as there are massive amounts of ammo crates in this area. This is the final 3 teams. Here, there's an auto sniper there, a drum shotgun, some medium ammo. Nothing that can upgrade their arsenal. Looks like the mech is now being fired at. Taking the mech around, seeing if, again, still obeying the rules in out of circle.
But I believe you do go in and in a second here.
The mech landed now at the block and being lasered. There goes the mech now being destroyed. Running away, Andrew with the shot, the scar damage, and there he is. There goes myself down. Now that put Kid and Owen in a position to take second place. And unfortunately knocked out Owen, taking the L. Oh my god, did not even realize that was happening. As the final fight is now going on, they lost the high ground to Ethan, who should be building up now. Yep, there he is, all the way at the top. As I was saying before, that unfortunately put... Oh, here's the big fight. Andrew lasering Ethan with that scar damage. But as I was... Oh, let's see. Oh, there's the big damage. I believe Ethan just no-scoped him, but Kid with a trap play, actually. Ethan gonna try to break out, but then jumps backwards for some reason and gets hit by the trap. And the final game winners, the final game winners that won 2 games this entire tournament, Owen and Andrew. Andrew, can you put us through the that last fight between you and Ethan?
Well,
And when you killed me. Your thoughts and how you put it through the last, how you and Owen wiped the last 2 teams.
well, I knew that we took some storm damage because I saw you jump with the mech into storm. So I thought, why not take some shots? And then when Owen broke your mech, I accidentally fell down, and I was like, okay, why not just go for the kill? And I shotgun you, and then use my scar actually as an SMG, and then killed you. And on Ethan, I am not sure if he no-scoped me or not, or just hard-scoped when he fell down, but that was a good sniper shot. But when I went for that trap play, I just had no choice but to keep him in that wall, because if he jumped out, he would have easily killed me.
Well, there you have it, folks. The inside gameplay, the inside analysis on that final fight of the final game of Owen's Spam Skirmish. Let us tell you, the winners of the skirmish is Tom and Michael. They're receiving $200 in cash prizes. So that means like $100 each to the both of them. Congratulations, as you well deserved it. Now, second place, Lawrence and myself. Third place, Kid and Owen. Fourth place, Chris and Ethan. And unfortunately, last place, Dom and James. Thank you to everyone competing, and thank you to everyone watching. This was a wonderful skirmish, and we will see you all next year.
Come on.